Hello everyone, in today's video I'm going to show you how I automated my stores, so hopefully it can help you to save more time and automate your stores as well. At the beginning it was very hard to spend time with friends and family, because all the time that I had I was just trying to take care of and manage only my one dropshipping store that I had back in the day that was generating around $2,000 a day in profit. But now I have 5 stores that generate about $34,000 a day in profit, and I barely spend my time with them. You can see the difference, from $2,000 a day profit, spending all my basically the time that I have in order to manage and keep these stores alive, to where I am today, to generating over 34,000, between 30 to 34,000 a day in profit for 5 of my stores that I'm currently active and running right now. And I can make YouTube videos for you guys. I can do all the stuff that I'm currently doing, but I don't need to spend that much time, around two hours a day basically, to just get everything done, manage the ads for all the stores, and basically launch and scale. And here is one of my 5 stores that I'm currently running, as you can see here. Now, with all that being said, let's get on to the video. Okay, so here we are at the PowerPoint I made for you guys in order to make every process easier and basically explaining. So the 3 main consuming tasks in the dropshipping when you're handling basically e-commerce store or dropshipping store, especially when you're a beginner, is the customer service, media buying, and shipment, and basically the fulfillment. So VA stands just basically for customer service, when you have employees that answer to your emails, or if you have an online chat at the website available, so they're answering to customers online. And that's more about the branded route when you're scaling. And the media buying is when you're running ads for the store, right? Snapchat ad, TikTok ads, Facebook ads. And at the end we have shipment and fulfillment. All of these 3 pillars are very important, and all of them are very essential basically to your business, right? And especially when you're doing it in European countries, the customer service cannot be just some customer service from Philippines or India or other usual country that people get usually hire. But when you're doing it in European country, you have to make sure that the customer service is native to that country, right? She can speak the language native. She's basically from that country, so she speaks it perfectly, so she understands the customer. Because the thing is, in a European market, is customers don't email in English, they email in their own language, so you have to answer them back. And if you answer them in English, they think you're some kind of a scam company, so they're going to ask for a refund immediately. Because the thing with the European markets, such as Sweden, Norway, Germany, all these other countries, are that they only trust on their own. So if you're answering them on their own language, basically Norwegian and Swedish, so they're going to trust you more and going to be more reliable. Automating your customer service. So what I have done, and basically what I recommend you to do, is use Zendesk to integrate with Shopify to keep you organized and save time. Basically Zendesk is a customer service app that you can install, integrate it with your Shopify store, and basically everything will get much easier, much easier to navigate, and save time. So you're not going to have a headache, especially when you're running a couple of stores, not only one. And you can hire customer service reps on Upwork, not Fiverr. Because the thing I say not Fiverr is because on Fiverr people are less professional. On Upwork, I believe, in my own experience, I have met more serious people, and I have a higher rate of basically hiring someone from Upwork than Fiverr. Because on Fiverr, people they don't really care, the rules aren't as serious as it is in Upwork. So the freelancers that are on Upwork, they take it very seriously, and they give very good service. Especially in European market, you can find many European customer service VAs that are active in different countries, that they do only customer service jobs. So you can just get them on board and start teaching them, right? Me, for myself, usually I pay around 3 cents or something like that per email, but basically you get what you pay for. In European countries, the thing is that when you're trying to hire someone, they don't know their own worth, so you can start with a low price, but after a while you have to basically pay them more or if you want them to perform better for you. Because when you scale, you're going to have more emails, and God forbid if you have a bad product, because if you have a bad product, many customers going to email, so you need a good customer service to be able to take care of them, keep them cool, you know, and basically handle the situation. But it really depends. Before I have paid around $7 to $10 per hour. That really depends, but I have really went for the cheaper ones as well, but they really couldn't deliver on time, they really couldn't answer the emails, they weren't as good as they said they would be, right? So if it's cheaper, that doesn't mean it's always better. So now I'm paying only extra in order to get the service that I really want. And yeah, that's how you should do it as well. And number 4 will be only hire people with experience using Upwork and Zapier, as I told you before. And when you're like posting a job on Upwork, always try to say something in between the words in order to see that if they are reading the description that you're entering for them. But you will be surprised like how many people ignore that, right? So you can just say like, yeah, I need this and I need that, please use this word before messaging me. So they're not going to read that, and they're not going to use a specified word that you have said, okay, use this word, use the word like, I don't know, football before messaging me. So if they don't say football, that means they haven't read the description, so they're just like spamming you with some bullshit in order to just get the job. Number 5 will be communicating with your team on a platform and when need be. So platform for me is WhatsApp. I'm talking with my team on WhatsApp all the time. I'm not using any other platform. Like I'm really like WhatsApp how it works. So for you it can be Skype or I don't know, Zoom, whatever app you're using. So for you it can be there, but make sure to be in talk with them every day, like communicate, try to see what the problem is, and have a good template ready. Like if the customer, for example, want to send a return, you can have a template ready says why you wanted to do the return, so you can have a feedback to and make the product better, right? Get a better customer experience basically. And when you have a customer experience, you're not going to be blocked on Facebook, blah blah blah, and so on so forth, right? And in the template you can say, okay, why you didn't you like this product? Was it the bad quality? Was it this? Was it that? Try to see what the problem was and try to basically troubleshoot that. And number 6, and the most important one, will be putting a lot of work to training your first basically customer service, and then get them to train the new ones. So as you scale, and as I have done that, like 5 stores, and each store going to be a new country, so and I'm not going to put my time to just keep training these new freelancers that's trying to join the team, right? So what I do, like I just train 2 of my best VAs, right, and they're on top. So each time the new member comes in, they just go through with it, they train them, they get everything done. And me myself also have made the training videos, like training video 1, training video 2, training video 3. All of those freelancers go through those training, and after that I add them to the group with my other VA, so in case they have problems they will help each other. And with this process basically, guys, you're going to have less refunds, you're going to have happier customers, and you're going to have a stronger business as other businesses. Because if you try to automate this, you're not going to have problems like answering emails, answering comments, trying to deal with the negativity everywhere, right? Because your customer service is going to take care of them, and that's going to give you a good chunk of time in the day. Now we are on automating orders and fulfillment. So first thing is you need a reliable agent, and how you can get the reliable agent. The first step will be to get like around 20 to 30 orders a day, and that's really dependent on the agent. But I don't recommend you really go to some like Facebook group and say, yeah, I'm getting so many orders like this, I need a reliable agent. But you have to know that in those groups, guys, there's like so many liars, and basically so many scammers, so many copycats that say, okay, they just send some Chinese guy to you, or they send their own agent to you, right? They say, okay, here is the agent, if you're like scaling, go to it, and you show the product to that agent, and the agent will show the product to the person that they are loyal to, right? To the guy that said I have an agent, because that guy have more money. Like in most cases, like when you find your first winner, you don't have any agent and you're looking for agents, right? But if you scale, you're just going to keep working with the same agent. So that's going to be a thing. Your agent going to tell the guy, and that guy have more money basically and more resources than you, so it's going to take care of the market, like taking care like your business like in that country, like just take over, and you're going to be without the winning product anymore. So it's going to be difficult. So I recommend you like to start with platforms like S-Bucket, CJ Dropshipping. Like there's always like ton of like these fulfillment centers that you can just contact. They will source a product for you and ship it. They are very reliable and you can trust them as well, right? So I don't recommend you to go to any private agent until like you are really scaling and you have contacts with people, so you can trust and you can find a good agents you can trust to basically and fulfill orders with. And by this I mean, like, by focusing on one product you can streamline the fulfillment process. So that's why I've always been telling you, like, that's one of the reasons I've been telling you to start with the one dropshipping store, like one product store. Basically, when you have a couple of products, couple of variants, and yeah, it's going to be very difficult because you have to check the quality of everything, right? And if you're even selling clothing or something like that, it's going to be different sizes, different colors, and it's going to be very difficult to manage. Agents can be connected to the store via their system. They can have a private app or something, or it can be like a normal app, right? The private app, they will send you some kind of link to it. There's nothing Shopify, so you have to download it and yeah, basically do some backend fixing. But the app that is on Shopify, so it's like, for example, on CJ Dropshipping, you can see they have an app. You just install the app, import the product into the store. It's going to be very easy. It's like some kind of like Obello, right? And the last process will be you can pay ahead of time to an agent so that can stock the product and ship it within 24 hours, right? But with my current agent that I have, I've been scaling a lot, so currently I don't pay for like stocks anymore. He buys the stock with his own money and just gives me this good deal, so I just buy it from him and keep dropshipping, right? Because I don't want to risk like buy $100,000 or $50,000 worth of products, like, and for 5 stores, right? So I don't want to do that in order to risk something. So he buys it with his own money and I just keep buying from him all the time. So this is going to be much better for me. So now we are on automating marketing. Basically, I'm going to explain to each one of these things, like how I think, like basically what I recommend you to do and what I did, so you can basically learn from my own experience, guys. So the first step will be, yeah, like maybe you are thinking, okay, we have a little bit money, you can outsource it to an ad agency, which I do not recommend because they really don't care about your store as much as you do, and besides that, they are expensive, guys, right? And if you want to outsource the like basically ad side of everything, like what you're going to do, because you're not going to like spend more than 10 minutes a day on the store, right? And if you're doing this business, basically that means you're interested in marketing, because if you're not handling like more than, I'm like currently me myself, I'm just doing 5 stores, and all of those stores plus like the Facebook side and advertising side, it just takes 2 to 3 hours of my day basically to run the ads. That depends of the day. Basically I'm scaling, I'm testing creatives, blah blah blah, but I'm running everything and just barely takes my time. But if you think like, okay, I'm going to outsource this, I'm not going to have Facebook bans anymore, trust me, they're going to take a lot of money and basically they're going to eat through your profits, and you don't know even your product going to be a long-term product or not. So you just need to get all the money as you can and be the best marketer as you can, right? Don't think like if the product is dead something and you have like 30k profit, something like that, you want to keep continuing with the product, you just pay the agency and then somehow they make the product live again. No, guys, like you have to learn it yourself and learn it to do it the best way. As I said, I spent around like 2 hours a night creating new assets and testing, and that's because I have automated the rest. And with Facebook in scaling, basically when you're trying to scale, and even the testing, like after 2-3 months, if you have a good pixel, right, if the pixel data is full, you're going to be easy like to see everything, to read the data. And I've been doing this for 1 year now, so it's going to be much faster for me, but I promise you guys can do the same thing. Basically hardest to automate is especially at the start when you're testing a lot, right? This is hardest to automate because you need to explain to them, okay, you have to do this, you have to do that, but it's not impossible, right? Because I have done that. I have a team that they like basically make stores, they test the product, and if it's a good winner, they just show it to me. And if I see like worthy, maybe I do it with one of my own first, because I don't have time to run the more dropshipping stores, like because I'm not running any dropshipping store. First of all, I'm running an e-commerce store right now, running my own brand, but yeah, that takes everything out of me. I have to just focus on the brand growth and stuff. So yeah, I cannot like put my time into a dropshipping store, because if you say like I put 20% even of my time into the new dropshipping store and 80% of my time is into my own brand, my brand is going to suffer, right? And the dropshipping store is not going to grow that much because it only gets 20% of my time, so it's going to be difficult to manage, right? So I use my friend's time and I tell them, okay man, so listen, I give you the product, I teach you everything, so and we use my money, but when the profit comes, I get 60% and you get 40%, right? So it's going to be a good deal for them, and I want to teach them as well, so it's win-win for everyone, right? So you can do the same thing. And the next will be, however, during the scaling phase, it is quite easy to automate, right? So you can automate it because the rules are very simple. 10 of the ones that they don't work, and basically duplicate the ones that do work into a CBO, ABO, or however you scale it. And automated rules to kill and reactivate ad sets. If you're very busy, we say, and you are going to travel, for example, and don't trust anybody else to turn on or duplicate your ads, you can basically make automated rules on Facebook that offers you, but that is not so complicated, but still can do the work, right? You can tell the Facebook, okay, if the ads get 1000 impressions, turn it off. It gets this and that, turn it off. If the ROAS gets below this, turn it off. So Facebook going to do that for you, and going to make your life much easier. And by this, you can automate the marketing, and basically you can just go in there, bam, make the ad sets duplicate and just come out. But at the beginning, it's better for you to do it yourself in order to read the data to get better. And when you are better, you can just teach someone else to do the testing for you. Okay guys, so the last step will be that task that should not be automated until like you're generating $1 million a year, basically something like that, in profit, right? Keep that in mind, in profit, because you have to think like, if your businesses keep growing, that means that you're doing something right. If like every month or like every 2-3 months you're getting more profit, or even though like you're not getting profit, like every month you have it consistent going, that means that you are good at what you're doing, and business and growth strategy should be on you. Because when you try to expand your team and you don't have that much of a profit, and your business isn't like more than 1 to 2 year old, you're going to just burn money by hiring people, right? So I recommend you to not automate this until you see, okay, I have everything done, I can like afford this, then you can do that. Until that, don't do it, please. Just when something is working for you, don't get just so hyped up. Just keep doing what you are doing, right? Just don't get overwhelmed. And the second option will be generating content. This can be outsourced by Ecom, Suna, other platforms like Below Ads, and so many more. But if you can do it yourself, it's going to be better, right? But in the most of the times, the product that I have sold, it wasn't in my demographic, right? So I couldn't do the videos myself, so I try to outsource the videos all the time. And like outsourcing videos every month cost me like, guys, basically like around 10k, $11,000 a month basically on ads, paying actors, like paying the cameraman, the camera team, like basically all the production shit. And at the end, we get the video as that we can test on Facebook, and sometimes it doesn't even work, and that's just beauty of it. And then last of it will be the finance, basically managing the cash flow, which is very important. I have to just make another video only for cash flow, because like I've been suffering for cash flow for a long time, but like in the past 3 to 4 months I just managed to solve it, because like I just made so many mistakes, and I had so much money on hold. Like currently I have around $400,000 on hold, but I don't care anymore, because I did my management math flow and I had money saved up. So that money is going to come, because some payment process is going to keep your money when you're especially scaling in European countries. Think about this, like you go to a single country that they have like special payment processor, right? Yeah, like only favorable to that country, the only people they use that. And you go there, you make the merchant account, after like headaches, they send like, I don't know, emails, mails to contract everything, sign everything. And that's how they do it in European market, because they don't usually get like outsiders to try to get that payment process to sell in that country, right? Because it's very untapped. And after like you scale it to 100k like in 3 weeks, and they just come, oh, what's going on, we have to keep the money in order for refund. Oh man, like in USA, like in other markets, it's very simple, right? And they just give you money. But in European countries, they just started panicking and just keep the money for no reason. And funny story, like in one of the stores that I have like around $100,000 on hold since 6 months ago. And like at the end of this month, they're going to release the money to me after 6 months. Like it's so crazy, guys. And so managing the cash flow and communicating with your accountant in order to see the tax and everything. And you really need the accountant like to basically go through your profit and loss sheet in your store. And when you're trying to exit the brand, you have like, okay, this is the profit, and your profits times 3 to 4, you can exit that business, guys. Okay guys, so this was it for today's video. If you enjoyed today's video, please smash the like button and comment down below, please, what you think about the video, what kind of video you want me to make next time for you. So yeah guys, that's it. I'm really glad you watched the video, so see you next time.